you look at the future and you look at the first world countries, you realize that some countries are already in the future. So how do we ensure that Kenya and Africa is on the map when it comes to technology and innovation? Right now, we are not able to produce most of our products, and we rely on other countries to support critical infrastructure like the military, education, as well as health. Recently, Kenya introduced the CBC, that is competency-based curriculum, and we've seen so many schools adopting STEM education. Most of these schools have been private schools, and the question is, when will the public schools adopt STEM? Well, through Kenya Science and Engineering Fair, that is KSF, we've seen so many public schools as well, but on secondary school level, getting into STEM and participating in science competitions. KSF will be celebrating its 60th anniversary next year, and myself, I'm also a product of KSF. So today we are here at Cemastea to celebrate what KSF has been doing by impacting teachers, by getting more educators on board in partnership with UNICAF. And we've seen so many educators register and attend this program, and I'm also impressed by the kind of feedback they've been able to give us. To implement STEM at a scale, we are not able to go to all the schools, and that's why we are investing more in STEM educators. This is just one of the many sessions that we'll be having, and I hope through your support and through the partnerships that we're looking to have with so many other organizations, we are going to take STEM to every classroom and every house. Thank you so much.
So glad to see you all today for this wonderful event. Like introduced, my name is Winnie Rachel Atieno. I serve as the country manager for UNICAF in Kenya. Pretty much excited to join this particular event that we have, initiated with AfriBot, thanks to Engineer Jesse. And one of the things that has been an interest for UNICAF is the fact that we have delved in the world of AI, and being an organization that has over years invested its framework and ideologies in cross-cutting ideas through AI, and that can be seen through the different campaigns that we run and through the mode of studies that we have at the universities. So as an organization, we are pretty much excited to have this collaboration because our educators, the teachers, are the backbone of, each and every country. If we do not have you people, then we are headed in the wrong direction. And so as we start this particular journey, I just want to encourage all of you to take this step as a great step towards, a future that is going to change the next generation. Because as you know, a lot of things, again, are changing in today's world. The way we learn, the way we educate, the way we teach. And so, as an organization, UNICAF, Sheila has mentioned, we are pretty much, excited to just walk this talk together with partners who are willing to come on board to support teachers and educators through this journey. And as an organization, one of the things that I usually tell people is the fact that we majorly, concentrate on SDG 4, that is education, and not just education, but, inclusive education, equitable education, and that's why you see these partnerships that come along, whereby, courses or workshops that can cost so much, organizations like AfriBot cap in to ensure that these costs are reduced and this education is accessible to all of us. And that's why, as UNICAF, we are much excited to be here. We want to see the impact that this can go, not just to you as an individual, but also to the communities that you are in, to the classes that you get in, to the interactions with the students that you have. And so as we start this session, I just want to give you an upload and tell you that, take a minute to clap for yourself to get excited to be in this place. Because, somebody is somewhere sleeping, but you're here gaining knowledge, and they say a step a day takes you several miles tomorrow. And so I wish you all the best as you begin this training, and looking forward to interacting with all of you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, yes, so we normally prefer trainings where we have few focused educators. These are technical workshops, and it's very, very hard and easy at the same time. So I hope when you came here, you are ready for this, and most of you, actually all of you, subscribed, right? So we want to give you value for what you subscribe for. My name is Willie Justin. I work with Robotics as the CEO. We are a research and integration company. We do research mostly on mobile robots, but we've had plans where we integrated also manipulator arms. Education, we have integrated so many the mini robots to schools, and also we do teacher capacity building. And this workshop is part of what we do in partnership with Unica. Yesterday we were learning about RoboSim, building a simple robot on the platform. RoboSim is a virtual robot platform that you can use independently in your classroom, and you can also use it as a digital twin platform where you assemble the physical robot and the virtual robot and program them to do the same task at the same time.
When you're teaching robotics, so it's not a must to have the physical kit, because at the end of the day, sometimes you find that these physical kits are a bit expensive, and that will make most of the schools or pupils not be able to access this kind of technology. So that's why we have a platform that is easy to use and affordable to most of the people or within their reach. So you have the RoboSim platform. So you can see it is a virtual robotic software launched by this Rombo. So you'll be using this. Then whereby you have RoboSim allows students to participate in various virtual robotics competition and events at the national, provincial, and municipal levels with the most comprehensive robotics teaching resources in the industry. And then remember, this RoboSim platform is not just a matter of competition. So students or pupils can have their own design, and they need to create a prototype. So this will be a perfect platform for them to use, as I'm going to show that right now. Then, so you have the device specification for the RoboSim, whereby you need a CPU of 4th generation, which is Intel based, or like the Core i3, the Core i5, Core i7, Core i9, and other processors of the same performance. Then RAM at least is supposed to be at least 8 GB or more. Then you have this space 2 GB graphics integrated. Then the system, we have the Windows 10x bit. So now let me load the. So once you're registered, or once you register, it will bring you to this login. So whereby you have to input your details, and then just click on login. Yeah, so you can see there you have the interface. So in this you can see you have the interface for the competition, the interface for the training, we have the free build, we have the design, we have the interactive classroom, we have the school activities. So you can engage in all this, and that will depend on the task at hand that is needed to be done. So in our case, we'll be working on the training and the free build. So first of all, let me explore this bit on the free build. So you can still use this, but the issue with this, it doesn't have the simulation, because at the end of the day, you need to build at the same time you simulate. So for example, after you have made your model, or after you have designed your model, you need, for example, to give a certain task, for example, like following. So how will you simulate in that case? So for this free build, it's only for the building or only for the design. But if you come here, you have the training, so you can see. So in this case, you shall be selecting on the teaching and training. So once you select that, you can see we have the basic training, we have the advanced training, we have the outward board. So this will also depend on the level of people. So as you advance, obviously you're supposed to start from the basic, then you go to advanced and the expert learning. So here you have the blank space, so you have the coordinate ruler. So you can use all this platform, but for the moment you'll be starting with the blank space. So you click on that. So the first bit here, or the working area, you can see for the first bit is for simulation. So you're going to use this after you have done the building of the design. So then here you can see at the top, when you hover your mouse to the various icons and then you place it there for a short while, you can see that you have what? Build a robot. Can you see? You have the build a robot. Then here you have the programming bit now after you're done with the building. Then next, you can see you have the simulation. Then these are the standard, the play button. So you're going to interact with those after you have done the video of the design. So in our case, we shall be starting with the building. So once you click on the build robot, so this is what will happen, or this the user interface that will appear. So here you have the working area. Can you see this working area? So you can maximize, you can minimize, you can also customize depending on how you want it to be. Then you can also zoom, or you can have any perspective anyone. So then you can also zoom in, out. But before that, just a minute. Let me first mention on whereby you have the mouse, how you're supposed to go by using the mouse. And sometimes it might be challenging for you to use the laptop mouse, so maybe you need at least the external mouse. That will make your work easier. As you can see here, whereby you have the use of the mouse. So on the scroll wheel bit, so the purpose of the scroll wheel is for zoom the view, like in our case, the scroll wheel. So tukienda hapa, let me just come here. Can you see the view? You can zoom in and out at, or depending on how you want it to be on your side. Then at the same time, the scroll wheel is used for drag and hold, that is to pan the view. Then you have the left click button, which is used to select file or command. At the same time, when you double click, we have run the software, or hold down and drag or move a box. You're going to see that. Then when you right click, you can see you have the click, bring up the action menu. Then you have drag and hold to rotate the view. But that will change also depending on how you have what done the settings on your mouse. Are you together? Yeah, so let me come back here. So here you can see we have on the left side, you can see we have the building blocks. So in this case, we have the sensors, we have the actuators, we have the mechanical parts, we have all those. And then here at the top, you can see already we have preloaded models. So maybe if you want to just have a look at them, just click on one, and then when you click on one, it will load on the working area. So you can see, you can zoom in, out, you can pan to get the perspective that you'd like, as you can see there. Are you together at that point? Yes? Yeah, then the same this robot. For example, now in case you want to simulate it, like I was saying earlier, so here you can see you have the virtual robot, and then you need our platform to simulate it. So you just click on whereby you have what? The simulation. Can you check there? Yes, so now in the simulation bit, so you have supposed what? To program your robot to perform the task that you wanted to be performed. So let me go back to the building. Yeah, so you can see the building blocks here. For example, we have the connectors, we have the beams, we have the axles, we have the shaft. All those parts are here. So when you move your cursor to a particular part and then you place it there for a short while, you can see the name of that part will appear. Can you see that? Yes, at the same time, you can see some whereby you have the plus, we have the minus. So for example, like this is a gear. So in case you click on it, you can see the various types of gears. And then if you want to collapse, you just click on it. Sawa. So you can see when I click on plus, you're going to see all the types of gear. Again, when I want to collapse, I click on it again. Then for example, when it comes to the controller, so in our case you can see you have the E6 are still there. So you can maximize your working area at the same time. You can use any size that you'd like. So you just move to the working area. So on your right panel, the bottom side. So when you click on that, you can see what will happen in that case. So you can collapse at the same time. You can maximize all that. So let me just go straight to the model that we shall be doing. So we shall be, can you see this model, the physical one? So we're going to build this in the RoboSim platform.